Welcome, good afternoon. This is going to be a really short video. The things I want to show you on this video is this machine over here. This machine could give you a button for the bass keyboard. The way it bellows on the bottom, do you see the instruments, the way the white comes together, the division and the separation between the metals of the two sides? The grillage, which is the grill, okay, for the breathing of the instrument. And the second cycles of the keys, which there's 20, 4, 6, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 of this, 20 of this. 2014, the instrument ends. The accordion is what they call it. The accord that was signed of Celine Dion. You must listen to a Celine Dion song. You must also listen to Stairway to Heavens, Pink Floyd, Another Brick on the Wall, but these are minor songs. The biggest song that I really actually would like others to take part so we can figure it out is Vertigo. And U2. U2 has that one song that I mentioned this morning. U2, because the stars, do you want to see? Do you see that? Those are the streets with no names. Those are the streets with no names. How? What? No name? Hey man, they're in the sky. They have coordinates. They don't need names. They need sectrums. They need to know whether or not they're going to the Big Bear. And why everybody goes, ah! I went to see the stars. And I went to the guy at the end. I says, hey, buddy. I go, I don't get it. I saw Venus last month, but she was like the moon. She was hovering like the moon. Why was she like that? And then a month later, I saw Venus again, but this time she was bright in the sky. One day she's bright. The 1 month she's bright, then all of a sudden she's not bright. Because of the light within a period of 2 hours, in which the sun moves around and the moon comes up bright in the sky and she's still there, and you're telling me? I only tell you what I see. Judas Iracas, Roth. Why don't we look at Roth? Rothschild, Roethlisberger for the Pittsburgh team in the NFL football. R.O., Ronald McDonald. T.H., Time Heaven. But it's also the initials of my first and last name. Don't forget, when Jesus came out, what, you think they only made him? No, it was cheaper by the dozen. Hey, even the Mona Lisa was a Jesus. But Jesus talked too much. He talked way too much. And he did all the curing that he did because nobody was actually ill. He was born into that family. He had the power and he knew it, except he spread the word. He spread the word of the righteous, of the goodness beyond what his family can ever be. Because his family was put here to do just as they do. Whatever they have chosen to do, whatever they have made, they actually have made it amazing. This is the most amazing world that I can never, ever come to. I don't know. I don't know if I want to last in this world as long as everybody else when it comes time to paying taxes, which brings out a scenario that somebody calls me today and said, do you owe tax money? And I'm scratching my head. But I says, wait a second, I have the other line. I look down at the other line, it's a text message. You have some money for me, the message said. The other person says, you have taxes to pay, we're going to pay them. I go, oh yeah, we're going to pay them. With what money? She says, I have money for you. I go, oh yeah. I says, you want to give me money? I says, I got another phone call they want to take. How much you want to give me? I go, oh, okay, it's a hell of a lot more than what I got to give. You know what? I'll give, but I don't want to take no money. I don't want the money. I don't want anybody's money but my own money. If it's not mine, I don't want it. Somehow they're going to put their grubby little hands and find a tax or a reason that they should have it. And if they shouldn't have it, they take us to court. And we sit in court, so I spend it all on lawyers because nobody works cheap. All they want at the end is your ass, and that's it. Your assets. We know about the Gigolo Jays, don't we? Have you ever gone up a chairlift before? Or a rail, you're holding on to the U and you're being pulled up? Where are your feet? On your skis? Your skis have a little loop in the front? That's Jack helping you up. Jack is everything you can hold on to and grab. All about Jack and turning around. Let us go back to show this keyboard over here. The way, you see this keyboard over here, right here? See the white comes together? But it's not reality. Let me show you another one that's in here. I'm going to have to change this for a second. There was another one I saw in here that I wanted to show you. There's this one here. Okay? You see the way this creates one line in the center division. When they play this, these lines will all move according to, you see the distance you have? You have the distance right here. Here you have D, E, F, B, D, F, G. I'm not really sure, but these are telling us something. So there's this one here, and there's another one. See the piano? 3, 2, 3, 2. See these two in between? They kiss. 1, 1, A and A. Is that which ones they are? C, D, E, F, G, A. A starts between two blacks. Why? Between B and C, she starts. B went up to the top in the corner, right here. So these are musical instruments, and this is what they call that one they call a Santa Banta. I don't really remember what they called it. Is this the one I wanted to go to? No, that's not the one. I'm sorry to take you on this trail right now, but there's one specific one that I want to show you. Here it is. You see this one? Oh, she disappeared. Let me get rid of this. Oh, there it is. Okay. See it? See? North, south, the way they always say the center, the way it moves. You see the way the air, there's more space here, less space here. This is what happens. Look at this. I can't even show it to you properly, but that's talking to you. When these buttons are pressed, and this pushes into the wind, you will get whatever they punch out here. So whatever vibration they want to send you in here will come out of their fingers here, and they're going to tell you right into your ears what's going on. So what are we going to do right here, right now? This is the Planet X. Planet X adds up to 16, 7, 3, 1, 5. 5, 2, 0. 25, 39, 40, 52, 68, 68. What do we get out of this? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 8. 24 is the cat's house, 6 and 8 is the cross on man's back. How do I know? Because when you roll the dice, underneath this will be a 4. And underneath that will be a 3. Excuse me, did I just say that? Underneath that will be a 5. Underneath that will be a 1. But it's the 1. See the way it shows up? Look in between. The 1 takes center position. There's no other takes center position. All the other ones take center position. 3 and 4. 2 and 5. 2 and 5. 1 and 6. 2 and 4. But the minute I do this with the dice, okay, I have now look all around the dice. Look what I'm going to do. Where's my finger not? You see where my finger's not? The only place my fingers are not is 5, 1, and 4. So those numbers have to come together. They're all oppositions of each other. 5, 2, 1, 6, 4, 3. When the 1 and 6 is inside the 4 and 3 and 5 and 2, you run light, because that 1 and 6 is your light. That 1 dot will brighten up all 6 of those sides, and in your hips it'll turn around this way. 6 and 6, man is 12, plus his brain, man is 18. Man is 18, plus every single addition that goes with it. So we have Planet X. 6 and 4, 8 and 2 make the 10, 10. They work exactly together. The 7 and 6, okay? The 7 and 6, which is the odds of this payout, okay? And this is Jesus, by the way. This is 7 times 4 days, 28 days of the moon cycle. 28 days of the moon cycle, all about Jesus. Why? Because somehow they put a ring around him when they killed him. I'm not sure how it works. Does it really make any sense that they can put a ring? How can God give up a world where a ring can be given up? What kind of ring? It's just a ringing in your ear. It's all in persuasion. It becomes obligation to where you have to be finite to follow the rules, which makes this plan so perfect, where they can't perfection it and take an advantage of you inside your own mind. They put out in rules and laws and regulations, only so the rest of the story folds in together. They manipulate things by hiring and firing, by making CEOs, caretaker investigators of operations, in which they take away their money if they don't follow the rules exact, or if they have to fix their end of the story, somehow people go missing. Just to know how the ventilation system works. I'm going to go on. I should just stay on this subject. So we talked about planet. When planet X gets its X value, it goes from 68 to 78. 7 and 8 now represents Uranus, and it represents Neptune. Don't forget, the tune of 2, 4, 6, and 8. Some of these planets cannot actually really exist, but in the Urantia world, they're hung up and they're not even moving. They're turning, but not moving. Planet X, the X factor, X24 and X10, the two ways I know it. The minute you take on the English alphabet, you must cancel out all other alphabets. When you take the numerological rotation of 24 and the letter J is 2410, 1024. 10 equals 7 because the 0 equals 15, 1 and 5 is 6. At the same time, when you're using a single digit of 0, the only value it is 1 or 1.5, minus and plus, up, above, or below, but the distance between is always 3. Have you ever seen what a skyhook looks like? That's part of your jack. And up in the world of 12, the dirty dozen, look to the roulette wheel, how they poke together 12 numbers, along with letters and places to make your wager. Now what we're going to do here, before we go back to planet X, I'm going to have to show you that inside piano, 16 and 9, 13 times 13 is 169. 16th letter, 9th letter, 169. Why? Because the Monopoly board, okay, the Monopoly board, this way, and this way is 13, 13, 13, 13. 13 times 13, 169. Right over here. Now you know what's funny about 169? It becomes 691. 6 times 9 is 54, remains the 54. The other way, 9 times 6 becomes the 54, remains the 54. 1 and 1 and 54 and 54 is 110 stories on your twin towers. You see this? The roadrunner getting to roll, because the 7, okay, goes all the way down and goes to the next row. They make it perfect and goes to the next row, it curls over. Where else does she curl over? Well, you tell me. You tell me. I want to know about Mickey Mouse. Someone tell me about Mickey Mouse here. But see the tail? See the tail over here? See the tail over here? Same tail. Same tail. You see the way 20 looks like 90? Because 20 gets 90. 20 can't get anything else. Can 20 get something else? How can 20 get anything else? What's after 9? 0. So you're back to 1 again. So 20 gets 9 and that's it. And 29 is the way in. Piano is 13 by 13. And then we go 3 worlds and 4 worlds. Why? Because 4 times 4 equals 16. A and F equals 6. There's your 15. 15 equals 6. You got your 15O and you got your piano. Did I do this right? Absolutely not. A and F is 1 and 6 equals to 7. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 3 equals 9. Earth and Mars, right? This becomes 97. That's the number to the Rothschilds. The pi and the piano. 1, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5. These are the first numbers in the regular piano word of pi. We're going to go back to this, hold on a second. We're going to go back to the planet X, in which not only that, the spirit of 76, the odds on this in the crap table, where they say yo, YO11, okay, 68 and 20, 0 equals 6. Add 6 to 68 equals 74 at Jesus. He's dead center of planet X. He runs the moon cycle. Why? Because the lowest you can go from 24 is 4. Why do you say that? Because it's 4 corners minimum. 24 is the word. But at the same time, it's in the 20 world, because these extend out, and there's feeders. They drink and eat and eat and drink for electricity all around the sky. 20, 40, 60, 80 plus 24 is 104. This is standard for bataille. Add up the 2 card all the way to the 10 equals to 54. Number of the sun plus jack, queen, king, ace equals to 50. See the 50 again? The 50-yard line? How? Jack, queen, king, ace. 11 plus 12 plus 13 plus 14. That's the most you can get, 1 to 4. This would become 2, 3, 4, 5. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 makes the cross. This one becomes 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 50. 50 is right here. Right here. 50 and 54 would be for the other football, I guess. So you have 68 comes 92. Black, yellow. Becomes Jesus 74, becomes 74, plus the 24 that we add to here. This is 98. 98 equals WXYZ equals 98. But they removed the Z, 26, okay, and they put it on the 1 number along with the queen. So what equals over here is 72 in the B world. Jesus. The B world of Jesus. Now what do we do? Why is it YZY? Why do we say YZY? Why do we say Y is sometimes an I? If it's sometimes an I, wouldn't it be just after the Z and the other side? So let's encompass the Z with Y and see what happens. Because the Z that we encompass will not be a 45-degree angle Z. It'll be a multi-level. By doing multi-levels of X or Z, what you end up having, it's like building a building without hammers and nails and cornering everything in by using beams on this angle and then putting a piece on the top and then on the bottom, and then you can piece them in on this side and then you can piece them in on this side. I know, I just did it today. Not much of it, but I did a little bit. Enough that I did, I had to rent to my car just to write things down. So this is what happens. When you have the regular connect of 11, okay, you put an 11 here, and then you do the Mercedes logo over here. At the same time, you can crisscross 1X here and 1X here for stabilization, and then down the center, creating your star. One will go like this, one will go like this, one will go like this, one will go like this. Now you have to stargate your whole design. Oh, sorry, your whole design. But when we work it over here, the same design here, from here to here, from here to here. Now add the Z on. You add the Z onto this side, you add the Z onto this side. Now it becomes like a leapfrog. Now you put another one up here, and then you put another one on this side, over here, and then on this side, it becomes, I did it the wrong way. But anyways, it's supposed to be all the way over to here. And then this side will be all the way over to here. And then they'll connect this one over here with a bolt. And they'll bolt this one over here. And they'll play the ones between the 2 sides. Or they'll wrap a rope around it on each side so they move. I don't know what they are. They could be the islands. Anyways, I totaled out planet and it came out to the number of the moon in a long count. Why? I flipped this around to 86 and I put 42, the most I can go. You got to put the most, you got to put the least, you got to see what you can do. What do we got to watch out for? Colorado football, New England Patriots, 557 versus 2019. Not good. And I've been saying this for 3 weeks now, but I keep seeing numbers that show this is the most you can get. This is the most you can get S&T. This is the time of the last calendar on the Hebrew calendar right now. Jesus' number is this, and in order to reflect this, you need a 5 and you need a 3. 5 and 3 is C&E, it's the electric company. Let me go over a few more things. I was looking at Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They sing about silver and gold. The day number is 30. It happens 4 times a year because man comes in the day. The week stands for 44, which stands for space. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 and 6 equals to the 7th gate. When you get 4 corners of 4 corners, you come to the 7th gate of the one spirit of the 6th man. Which 7th gate? the one you slid out of when you were born. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, somehow you slipped and slid your way into this world. Now we're together, I guess. Well, so now what we're going to do now, we're going to do the same thing. The month means a lot because it's 70. 70 stands for this letter here, Resh. It's a walking P or an R. R and P together create Earth-Mars numbers. This is Earth and Mars. 3 and 4 create Earth and Mars. The P is the 1 and the 6, which is 4 by 4. And the R equals to the 18th letter, which is 4 by 4 plus the head you live on, the head over here. 16 plus 18 is 34. Earth and Mars equals to 12, and 7 is 19. Man is on the moon. Man is on 1 moon, the 7 card. But now he's on the 8 card. And now he's got 3 moons to fight with because Mars has 2 moons. Have you ever seen this on a sword like this? Well, it's because it's inside the own box. It's crossed. See the way it crosses over from this side to this side to this side? Well, when you do this one or this one, okay, you're crossing over and you're trapped within the middle box. Okay? So I'd have to judge myself which sides are what. Because 1, 2, 3, 4 goes to 3 numbers. 1.3. This one will be 1.6, or let's say this will be 2, this will be 1, this will be 1, but we want a total of 9 at the most. We're not going to talk about that. The magnifying glass, to look is a dead end, because you're not seen. The foolish man, the foolish moon. The nuts, to stun a nut. The ton, the lightning bolts. Now what I say here is nobody and everybody laughs and laughs and laughs, but don't you understand? I'm talking to myself. I know it's myself. And I look at myself and I say to myself, don't you know? Don't you know what these glasses do? Don't you get it? Don't you see it? You don't see anything until you see the air that's in front of you. And depending on the density of the fog, you will not realize there is a fog there at all. So I put on these glasses to eliminate the fog between whatever I am looking at within the distance. Even though the glasses will not completely make everything out, it'll make it at the end a little bit darker. Of course, because everything is moved further away. You have not brightened it up. It seems like the bright of the light brings it on clear. So anyways, I wanted to talk about this, and then there was this. Cycles that I run by. 3 days, stop on 1, 3 days. Let's start on 1. Wednesday is 1 day, then we go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we stop. Then we go Saturday. No, we can't do 3 days in 1. Then we don't have 7 days. It won't work. Wednesday to Tuesday to Monday to Sunday. Then we go from Wednesday to what day? To Thursday to Friday to Saturday. What day comes after Saturday? What date comes after Saturday? I didn't hear you. I'm going to have to write it. Here it goes. Okay. Saturn day. And what's the next day? Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Here, let's count. Sunday is 1. Monday is 2. Tuesday is 3. The 4th day we skip is Wednesday. Thursday is 1. Friday is 2. Saturday is 3. We sit on Wednesday, we go 3 in and 3 out. We repeat the days. The one thing I do want to show is Piano Central. 3-7, 10-3, 1-3, 10-1. Why? Because 1 is actually G. The 10 is actually your G. This is your G. This is your 1. This is how you make your 8. Your 1 is 1. Your 3C is your 3C makes your 4. Now, I didn't like what I said there. I don't like that. Just forget about that. 7 world, 10 world, 13 world. 13 world in the center. 10, the 0 equals 15. 1 and 15 equals 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 10 equals 1 plus 15 equals 16. 1 and 6 equals 7. 7 and 13 which will actually be 7 and 4. 1 and 3 is 4, 4, 4. If I put 13 worlds, I get 4, 4, 4 in all the worlds. When they move this stick over this way and this stick over this way, we get Michael Jackson, number 23, Michael Jordan. This becomes 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4. The Christ system. I know it's hard to actually follow me. Another thing, when you don't bring it into the 15 world, when 0 is 0, it becomes 7, 1, 1, 7, which becomes 7 and 8, 15, becomes 6, 7, 6. And if you multiply this, there's a number that we'd come up with. I don't remember what it is, but I'm not bringing you on a very good trail right now. 1986, there was a shuttle. I was in Colorado. According to some new stuff I did today, that space shuttle that was blown up with a Tomahawk missile of some sort, because inside my work today, it showed up that the missile got blown out of the sky with a Tomahawk missile, and it just didn't blow up from a fuel leak. It would never blow up from a fuel leak. Never in a million years unless it was set up. Impossible. 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 Impossible, because I've heard of leaks before. The other thing I want to talk about is Thanksgiving for the USA is on the 28th. 333, a pig's pregnancy on that day. The 2 holes, the 2 noses, the chariot, the Sanskrit, the Torah, all repeated inside Bible. We must tear apart and go to the oldest books we could and then find out really how old the truth of the oldest books are. The lizards, the wizards, the pinball wizards, again, explorer getting blown out of the sky. I was in Arizona. It was a Tomahawk missile of some sort, and we have to look what was happening in baseball that summer, because it's something about a baseball, it's something about a commercial in baseball that may have happened the year before or the year after that will tell us a little bit about what happened. A bowling game has 12 strikes because that's the way the roulette wheel is set up. It's set up with 3, and 3 is 6, and 3 and 3 is 6, and 3 and 3 is 6. That goes into the next level because you're betting in between the numbers. The song of broken arrows and what arrows are about. It's angles of positions. I can't actually tell you, but broke Ken. Ken says yes, and Barbie says what? Halloween, Abraham. 1313, I don't know why, but 1313 is showing up so much everywhere I look in my work right now. The other thing I wanted to mention is time. Put an X or a bookend at this end, put a bookend at this end. Because it's 00 with this side, then it's a 0 with this side, and it's a 00 with this side, and it's a 00 with this side. Then you end up saying over here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 6, 4, 2. All the zeros are 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's all they are, is 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now it's either 1 with 2, 2 with 2, 2 with 2, 1 with 2, 3 with 2, 7 with 2, or 9 with 2. What does it do? What happens is 9 and 2 will become 2, 7 and 2 will become 9, forget about 5 because that's the passage, 3 and 2 will become 5, now you are in the passage, and 1 and 2 will become 3, and it's the creation that passes in the passage. Now it's all confusing, I know. Frame 10, 3, 2, 1, 10, 2, 3, what am I here? Folding space, the harmonica. Folding space and bringing the winds in. Pulling space apart and going, wah, wah. The roulette wheel. This is what I did not show. The roulette wheel. Let me see if I can pick up the roulette wheel here. I'm trying to pull up a roulette wheel. I don't know where the pictures are. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Oh, here, I'm going to show you this. I hope you can see it. This is the roulette wheel. Rothschild's right here. And right here. This is the way everything was created. Okay? Right over here. But I don't want to talk about that anymore. You got to listen to Major Tom. You got to listen to Major Tom. The orphan children, just look up roulette and look up the French roulette. It's all over there. It shows all over odds and everything, and it's all about the how can I explain it? Okay, let's jump onto something else. You like my 3-1-3 theory? How about this theory? Duck, 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 4-4-4. Goose, 7. Duck, 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 goose. 4-7-74, the Einstein theory of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was made in duplicates, okay? He was the strongest one of them all. He's probably the only one that was released from the farm that they let out. He had all the energies to go the righteous way of their road, but he took the righteous road to teach the people. And then they took him away, only to create followers. They knew he was coming on his way. He may have been one of the good ones, but we're all created through the Urantia system regardless. Judas Icarus, because he knew to keep his hands still on the table. He knew when it was time to speak, he'd speak with his whole gut with inside. Not like, oh, let's leave it off for later. Let's leave it off for later. I'm no fan of anybody's, but I am a fan of a guy who takes his point and matter to hand and stays living. How can he be against Jesus if he was sitting with him at the final table? Was he the watchword? Was Judas Icarus the watchword for the elite Romans? Roman candles? One little thing that I do want to show. Wow. It was right here in front of me, and now it's not. This is what I want to show you. You want to see how we work? First of all, it's all silver, eh? Take a good look. Is it silver? Does it look silver to you on that? It's everything that's around it. See the way it works? It's everything that's around it. It takes in everything around. Whatever you do, you're being recorded just like this. So let's work on this one right here. Okay? I'm going to take these apart. I'm going to show you how it works. They call it the shimming session. When the shims fall out, they put another one. Then they shim it. And they put another one. And then they shim it. See the way it's shimmed? Everything has a space. But you got to understand that these bills went this way. These bills went this way. In order to take out a shim, you cannot put it the same way. You might take out from the wrong row, so you put it the other way and it gets shimmed this way. The Monopoly money, see the lines, the hypnotism on the lines? Look at this one over here. Can't see it? It's a diamond in a diamond, and it circles, and it's the club, and it shows all the cards, the playing cards, and it shows the railroad track, and the one is in white. See what they all are? See the circles? All the eggs. See the 8? There we got 21 now. Think that's what it's supposed to be, 21? You see, we're only going to put together bills with the right colors. See, we have the $500 bill. Okay? What I want to show you is the Canadian $100 bill. Just give me a second. We already saw this, right? The buildings or the boats half built. But we didn't show you about this. The insulin, the medication they're making right here, insulin on the $100 bill. Now you see this one? Okay, I'm going to show you one more. Trying to see if I can fit this together. I'm going to show you one way to look at it. See the 88? See 1888? 1881? You see the 1881? Well, this is the shirt that Peyton Manning is wearing. Pay 10, but man 9. So you're making an extra buck off of 9 people. So there's 80,000 in the crowd. They make an extra buck. They make $80,000 for every extra dollar they get out of your pocket. $80,000 can pay for 10 families. One person will put it in his pocket. 1881. That is Peyton Manning's number. Now, if we move it up 1. Whoa. You see it now? Whoop. Sorry about that. You see the way it is now, the way the 8 is on an angle? See the way the 8 is on an angle? That's the percentage sign. Now, if we go the other way, I know to some people it's nothing at all. I know to some people it's nothing at all. I know. It's very hard to do it. I've never really done it before. It's just what I can see. You see the lamed? The lamed, the Hebrew lamed? 2 zeros equals 15 and 15, 225. 225 is 15 times 15, which is 9 times 25. 25 is 1/4 of what goes inside the dog pound. Why? Because there's a world of space, and there's a world where it's taken up the space. When you take up the space, you take up 2, 4, 6, and 8. When you create within you 1379, odds and evens. Which planets aren't real? I'm not too sure yet. Probably a few of them aren't real. I'm not sure which one. Pluto is the playhouse. So it's probably a tag-along, the tail to the other planets behind the spaceship that we're in right now. Great spaceship. We all get our own home. Whoa! Let me look a little bit deeper into this. Don't leave me yet. I know I make things long. So we did duck, duck, goose, geese, the rabbit. What about the rabbit? The IT is the computer communications. It runs out of Maine, New Hampshire area. Comes the rabbit ears. I know, it has to be, because the rabbit is out there. You can't take away what I see, because you did it yourself. The building of the maps have an outline description of animals all over the world. In the sky, NGCs and whatever else, the moons, they all have coded numbers and stuff that everybody else has done. I don't even speak a proper English. I only know because I see in between the things that don't either A, make any sense, or make so much sense that there's another connection we can connect. AM, see the dot in the center? That's the dot that ends every sentence. From the beginning of one sentence to the next sentence to the paragraphs and the end. That dot in darts is 50. Around it is 30. We have a total of 80. 80 times 47, because it is the number of Christ. A and M is 4. A and P, AM and PM is 7 and 4. $29 is the furthest you can go in the 2 world. In fact, there was no 29, because if you add 2 and 9, it becomes 11. The only way to get 29 is to start off with 27 and then say I'm in the 2 world of the 9 birth of Pluto. Venus is in the world. AM 4, PM is not 29. I didn't make a mistake. I wrote something different. PM is 7, 4. AM is 1, 4. AM equals 1, 4. And AN equals, no, AL, sorry about that. AL equals the 13. Okay. This is the L letter. It stands for a wing of the queen. This is 1, this is 12. It would be 1, 1, 2. 1 and 12 equals 13. 1 and 13 equals 14. P equals 7. M equals 4. This is the code, the passage. What does a period mean at the end? Well, it's in between a circle. Does that mean it's at the end of the phrase? Or is that just the end of the sentence? The passage line ends up to be 50. 30 is the creation on the outside. And 43 is because you created your line in between the square of your sentence. Isn't that the way it is? 43 plus 50 plus 30 equals 1, 2, 3 times PM, menstrual cycle. Why? Because we run by the moon. Let's not count man in this. We count the menstrual cycle, okay, of the 7 times 4, 28, plus the 19 of the moons. Why? 19, 10 plus 9. 19 plus 9 is 28. 47 is the answer. 47 times 123 is 5781. Earth, heart, moon, Venus. 5281 is 79. Take away 7 from this, or the 9, the gateway or the birth, or take them all away, 16. You have 52, 65, which is 117, which is 11:7, which is spirit, angel, and man. But forget about that. We take away 7 years, because this dice cube turns around 4 sides. The totality of this dice cube is 21. But 6 and 1 is man's mind. He runs his own moon inside his own cycle. So it breaks down that 21 would actually be 14. 2014. 5, 5, 5, 5 out of a total of 6 and 1, because you turned around it twice. 2014. This ends. What else is there in between here? Vertigo, Venus, and the way lines go up again. 7, 7, 7, 7. Going up the stairway. Why? Because 1, 5, 9. Stairway to heaven. Stairway to heaven is this way. You get up on number 9 over here, and you go and you follow the roulette. You want to know the number of stairs to Hairway? You follow roulette all the way back up. And if heaven is in between everything, all you'll do is go up 5 flights of stairs. You're standing on 1. You go from 1 to 4. You go from 1 to 5 to 9. Then you go 11. Then you go 4. Then you go 13. Then you go 17. And then you go right on the next floor. And that would make you between 17 and 20. In between the floors of the Twin Towers. So when the tomahawk or missile or energy of the, what I like to call it, the Viking belt, because of the Minnesota Vikings and all the Vikings of the world, and because Vi, to be Via or Viva, okay, the Vi equals to 6 and equals to 31, because V is the 22nd letter and the I is the 9th letter. Via, Via, whichever way you want, because Minnesota Vikings are the N kings, the kings of the N. The N letter, the N, ding! Who's there? Time to come home. So we're gonna go out and I was talking about which part? The vertigo, Venus, Major Tom. I'm just going to show some numbers. You see this over here, the 159 staircase? Ends up to be the same thing this way. 1552, Major, 113, JOR, 1SO. 150 is what it looks like. SO is SO gas stations. SO is 19 and 15 is 34. 18 and 16 equals to the word ONE equals 34. 16 and 18, the letter P and the letter R. One has a leg and one has no leg, but they both got a moon. Inside their hearts, right on their head is a moon. 1552, 2551, reverse, 3113. This is the cycle we are in right now. 3 and 8 is 11, and 8 and 3, this is Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam. The eternal spirit, death to the earth, replicantation, dogs and cats. Is it funny? Maybe the cat is not stuck in the house. Maybe we've caught the dog in the wrong house within here. Freedom. The Y letter is right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the value of these dots at the end here to the value of the dot here? Normally this one would be the third finger and it would be 15. This would be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. The value of this center dot is 18. This is our projected view. Now what does that mean? I don't like what I'm doing right now. I really don't. I don't like it. Another thing, Barry Soetoro, number 44. Bobby Orr retires early in Boston. Phil Esposito, number 77. Tony Esposito, number 35. Again, Barack Obama. Chicago, Tony Esposito. Jean Beliveau. Okay? Don't forget, when you show 3 bad, you have to show at least 1 good, or if you show 3 good, you got to show 1 bad. The hockey players' DNA and their crustacean, where they ended up playing, was all chosen by a higher level. 5775. I know it's a long video. I'm sorry. 5775, 3553, 8 and 8. This creates 23. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 is 15 and 8, and it's the highest. And the middle ball of pool makes 86 pool balls. 5 and 1, 15th ball makes a 6 and 8. Becomes 9, 6, 6, 9. This inside the 10 world is 1, 4, 4, 1. Now all you have to do is go see Grover from Sesame Street holding a sign, 1441, creates the 10 world, or 111. If you want to go to the 7 world, you'll go 7117, or 1771, which is 1771 Tea Party. The lotus, the slots. R. See the back way, the way it comes out the back, because it's a PR. This is part of the Rothschilds, what they set up. Here it says times. See times? When I look at times, it looks like summit, or the summit of a mountain, or to tie 8 up. Why? You put this head and this head together, you tie the 2 minds up through their vibrations, whichever way it means. The other thing, this is the 9 card over here. See the way see this arrow over here? Let's take it away. See, if I take away that arrow there and that arrow there, all I have is the X in between. Now if I come back here with the Z, it connects the center row to the bottom row to the top row. We can't go more than 1, 2, 3, and then it doesn't connect anymore. There's a special way to move in these lines. If you look at I and I, 18, 18. I and I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 72. H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 72, 64. 22 for the up, 22 for the down. Don't forget these were together, this side and this side. 22, 64, and 22, 74, 84, 86, 72, 86 inside the 9 card. And also represents 6, 7, and 6, which is 55, 55, which is 110 floors of the Twin Towers. And I'm saying it quick, and I know you're not going to get much out of it. Raphael, the name, okay. RA equals 9 and 1. PH equals 7 and 8. AEL says ace. God, heaven, I have an ace high, ace 8. Ace 8 would be the ace and the 8. When I put an ace inside the 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, and the ace is inside, you see the delight of what we get. We get 66 of 7, means both worlds get the 7th gate. Now we're in time and out of time. This here is 19, the moon we run on. 19 and 15 is 34, Earth and Mars. Earth, Mars, and again the same thing. This one over here, 9, and a 17, 24, 25, 34, Earth and Mars. So my name says Earth and Mars. Now we're going to remove the P and H, because P and H is made by 44. It's the space I take up between A and A. A. PA would go here. So what happens is I remove the 16 and 24, and if I put an A over here, it's got to have the value. That'd be your third ace and blackjack would go right here, replacing P and H. P and H is 34. So when we take away the 15, we get 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19. Raphael spells 10 and 9, man with his head on the moon. I don't like to do this about a name that I'm related to, but it just came the way it is. The 20 is yellowish. I can't even see. I can't even see. It looks yellow and green, white. The trawler boat. Why did they show? I just looked at the numbers on this, and the numbers are crazy. 226. According to 226, today's the 21st. 21. It's the 325th day of the year. The numbers are 9440226, and it's got Russian writing on it. Isn't that crazy? A Canadian bill with Russian writing on it. Huh? How Canada started. Who owns Canada? Is it the Queen or is it the Russians? But somehow there's got to be a middle to all this. There has to be a middle where I can figure out, or you can figure out, who's on the good side and who's not. Not by name, but just by number. What's a good number? What's not a good number? I know some good ones, but I want to know it relationship to a harmonic, like a piano, or is it a guitar? I want to know which instrument actually tells which story. And I know by listening to music and lyrics, we will actually hear the answer. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. You should see what they did to these guys. They made them all look younger. They gave them a haircut and a change of coat. Thank you for watching.